Welcome to Coach Roy's Pool Classroom. I'm Roy Pastor, and this is the third installment of our 14-week episode of how to teach pool to kids of all ages. Today we have one of the most important parts of our course. We're going to be talking about grip, proper grip location and proper grip technique, or at least good grip technique. Grip is one of those things that give people trouble even when they don't know it. A lot of pool players have trouble getting to the next level and they don't understand why. It could be the stance, it could be bridge, it could be a lot of things, but more often than not, it's the grip. Right? If we were to look at all of the old instructional books and materials, virtually all of them say you have to have a loose grip to maintain a good stroke. Well, they don't tell you what that is. Nobody ever tells you what a loose grip is, and nobody ever really tells you, and some of those same books will give you advice on where to hold the cue, where the grip placement should be, but it's not stroke related. Okay, so let's talk first about the location of the grip. Your grip hand is your dominant hand. If you're right-handed, you hold the pool with your right hand, pool cue. The grip in our pendulum stroke model should form a 90-degree angle with the cue stick. Your wrist, your forearm should form a 90-degree angle with the cue.
Welcome to our junior student, Dara, who's demonstrating the proper location for the grip hand in our pendulum stroke model. Notice that the tip of the cue stick is very close to the cue ball. The cue stick is level, and the grip hand and the wrist and the forearm form a 90-degree angle with the cue stick. Whether we are teaching our students the proper location for their grip, or we're learning ourselves, it is helpful to have something tangible that they can feel when they put the hand on the cue. You just saw me place a grip locating device, a GLD, behind CU's hand in the video. I'm going to do the same for Dara. I'm going to place our grip locating device behind her hand. After I make sure that her grip is in the proper location, the tip is close to the cue ball, so she has something to feel. And the same thing here with Jan. Each and every student, we're going to go individually and make sure that they have the proper location. I tell all my students that the grip locating device that I use, I had specially designed for them by the engineers at NASA. It is a very high-tech device. You can use anything really for a grip locating device. Mine looks suspiciously like rubber bands. Very effective.
Let's talk about a simple technique. Let's talk about a simple technique for holding your grip hand on the cue. The simple, we've come to know this particular method as the V grip, because we're using the V between the thumb, that's formed by the thumb and your index finger, and we're holding the cue in the web between the thumb and the index finger. We're trying to make this a hinge. And why is this important that we keep it simple? Is because the wrist is a 360-degree joint. Our pendulum stroke is simply back and forth. We're trying to use the 90-degree joint that is our elbow to make that forearm go straight back and straight forth. If we introduce all the extra variables in this 360-degree joint that is our wrist, now we have a lot more variables to contend with, and we don't want extra things. We want to keep this as easy, as simple as possible. So for the V grip, we're going to hold, you can hold the cue as tight as you like in the web of your, between your thumb and your index finger. You can wrap your thumb and your index finger around that cue as tight as you like, okay? Now we want to keep, remember, we want to keep the cue stick nice and level. So we're going to come down, make on 90 degrees. I have my GLD, my grip locating device, on the cue. And we're going to hold the cue as tight as you like with your thumb and your index finger. And as you bring the cue back, your pinky, your ring finger, and your middle finger release from the cue. So the wrist stays straight. Back and forth. Back and forth. Let's see what it looks like from the other side. So you'll see here, I hold it. As you release the cue back, the back three fingers, the middle ring finger and the pinky, unfurl off the cue and then come back. They go off and come back. There's a very well-known snooker coach by the name of Barry Stock, and he refers to it as an unfurling of the back three fingers. And that's just as good a term as any. This is a really nice stable cue that a lot of snooker, been around for a long time, a lot of the snooker pros use, a lot of the American pros are using this now. This is a very dependable, stable bridge that allows you to keep your wrist nice and stable, straight, back and forth, okay? And takes advantage of the 90-degree movement of the elbow, and that's what makes our pendulum stroke so effective. Let's bring in some of our students and try this out. That's good, Keela.
Now that we've helped our students find the proper grip location for our pendulum stroke, and we've given them some good technique how to hold the cue stick firmly yet loose enough to keep a beautiful stroke and keeping that wrist straight. Now we have to help them find a way to practice these techniques and incorporate them into so they become a habit. So in episode 1, you heard me mention the 15 ball across drill. Let's take a closer look at it now. The 15 across drill is a very traditional drill. We have it set up on this page on 4 levels. Level 1 is you keep the cue ball on the head string and place the object balls 1 diamond away. Every ball is a ball in hand. What we're focusing on is not so much getting the balls in as much as perfecting whatever technique we are working on. In episode 1, we use this drill to work on our open and closed bridge. Today we're going to use the same drill to practice grip technique, both the location as well as the technique itself. This kind of a drill is one of our mother drills. It's a drill that we come back time after time as we're adding new techniques, new small movements as we progress through our program. Let's see what it looks like with some of our students as they practice the techniques we're working on now using our 15 across drill.
Okay, good. All right. All right, Dara, come on. 5 shots, no misses. Let's go. Five shots, no misses. Yeah, just do the 15 across. There's 5 balls. We're just working on technique, all right? So we're just working on stepping into the shot, get your alignment, having your stance and your grip, all the little things that we work on. That's all we're checking with on this drill. You need a stop shot there, so you don't have to chase the balls around. So all we're doing with this drill is just working on all the little movements, technique. Okay. Everybody go to the table. Give me 5 shots, no misses. Step back away from shot, just like you saw Dara and Steven do. Nice and easy. Very nice, set them up. So we just want to practice stepping into the shot just like we talked about, okay? Okay, let's focus on 5 shots, no misses. If you're missing, let's talk about why you're missing. This is a ball in hand, simple drill. If you're missing, it's because you're either not aligned or you have a mechanical issue. You're moving your hand or your arm is in the right place. The pocket may be fill up. Okay, looking good. I want to see everybody stepping back, stepping into the shot line. I want to see 2 practice strokes. Want to see a nice steady flow on your stroke. No shooting ducks today. Yep, work on that. Work on that knee bend. And that seems to be helping you out. Okay. Don't use a cue ball. We're just working on the technique. Just hit them in. You don't need a cue ball. All right. Just work on hitting them in. Good. That's it. 5 times in a row. Very nice. Let me see, Q. That looked like a nice straight shot. Step back, step into the shot. No, no, no. I want you to bend the knee, bring the hip up so your torso drops down. That's better. Better. And your arm is in a better place. Starting to move in the right location. That's the key.
We have come to the end of our third installment of our 14-episode program on how to teach pool to kids of all ages. In this episode, we've covered the proper grip location and technique for using a grip in our pendulum stroke model. Next episode, in episode 4, we will be looking at stance and stance models in both the American and the snooker coach stance, giving a good technique for our students or learning good technique for ourselves. Please consider subscribing to this channel and sharing it. Help us grow the sport and help us grow this channel. Thank you.